All right.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll look to throw.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alexander and his crew take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many runs in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for 2nd down.
This is stupid, man.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
All right. Oh, my goodness.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there.
Right.
They rallied and made the tackle.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and the divisional round. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
You have to kill him,
Charles,
man.
they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Cook, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Cook following the penalty. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Given 4 on the ground there, they're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Price. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Again, this is Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They'll look to throw here. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
A
Wow.
good pickup
Wow.
there, 22. Just the first quarter.
Oh, my goodness.
Going forward, they've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Thank you.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep swinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Over. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll run it. Here's Cook.
Thank you.
And this is
Thank you.
Losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Daniel Carlson now for the Viking field goal. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Oh, okay.
Wow, because I honestly forgot his route.
You know something? You're right.
I was.
That's part of it. But that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be, and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves, despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On first down, Garoppolo. And his going to be incomplete.
Why would you
Devontae
stop running
Adams,
the routes? What the fuck?
And now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got
Oh,
the ball,
my
4 yards or more on
goodness,
first down is
dog.
what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now they try the right side here. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Garoppolo on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football.
I don't know why I call
because if it's
screen
popped up
like
in the
this
air,
shit works.
it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw is Garoppolo. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert
Probably
on
didn't
third
even
down, and
need
that
to
sets
spin
up a
there.
1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Of course he gets
Now it
injured.
looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside.
Oh, my goodness.
6-yard line, the
Look at
line
this
of
shit.
scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Royce Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Oh, I needed to change the damn assignments on that play.
42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Back line it up, Philly. Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Flushed out right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
One more block. That's a touchdown.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
son of a bitch, man.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
I got hit as I was throwing, man.
Picked off at the 48. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit Down in that zone, and this one basically comes right to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
1st down, here's the run with Cook.
Thank you.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Shit.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Over.
3rd down, Dalvin
Thank
Cook.
you.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The kick by Carlson is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire,
Alright, let's
and they
see
did,
what we
holding
can
them to a
do.
field goal.
Freaking get hit as I'm throwing.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Vikings
First
after
down.
him, and they get there for the sack. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Garoppolo now. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Wow.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
Lag has me changed
Now out
the
comes
freaking
Minnesota. And last time they
Oh
able to get 3.
my goodness.
It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal.
Again?
They want that ball in the end zone.
Oh,
They'll be going for 6. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what
Oh
position
my
you
God,
play.
I'm on the wrong Give me.
Beware, a ball may come your way.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
This is unbelievable.
33 yards. They'll throw now on the final play.
Wow, he almost got that shit.
So we're at half. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive
This
the kick.
game
They
makes
got the
me
lead as
fucking
well
sick.
as we are underway in the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one will swallow up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
21.
They go play action here on first down.
And I get hit as I'm throwing again.
A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he rifles one incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they'll run it here. And he stopped immediately there.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of See ball, get ball.
This shit is garbage.
Big play coming up. Here's
what play did
10.
I pick?
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Oh my goodness, this ain't gonna work.
And the blitz does come. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And a shot taken on third down. Unsuccessful.
Come on, man.
Fourth down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky.
Man.
But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football. But this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
This is garbage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw
We'll
here,
live with
that's
that.
complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Thank you.
He's able to get it back to the 33.
Oh my God.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right.
Wow, Garoppolo, what in the hell?
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Drag.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Gone!
They'll set up to throw.
Wow.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's close. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Baker.
What is that?
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Wow.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a gain of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things.
Come on, he's got to fumble that, man.
That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Back now at Lambeau. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
Thank
and
you.
He's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Back to throw. And he finds Cook. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And they'll go on the ground.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
this is what you guys should have been doing the last game.
Just a pick up there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
All right, defense.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
Gone,
They'll look to throw.
Thank you. Thank you.
Back at the 26-yard line.
Shit.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go
Finally, somebody gets to the damn quarterback.
He was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did, you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Garoppolo, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them, it's still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Got greedy.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's back to throw. He's got a man complete.
Caught that?
Give him 30 yards there. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Handoff comes to Cook. And down to the 36-yard line here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here.
Okay.
As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. They run, Cook, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Carlson able to put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well,
What
maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Wide open receiver.
Damn it.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However,
block, field goal, and throw a pick.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Vikings, they just keep on rolling as they move.